Coverage coming your way is presented by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Welcome to Tpc Sawgrass, known for one of the most terrifying holes in all of golf, the 17th Island Green. This is Rich Lerner alongside my colleague Frank Nobilo for EA Sports, and we'll be calling all the action for today's event. Frank, the golfers look ready to go, and if you win here, simply put, Frank, you've won one of the most meaningful championships in the whole sport.
This is the deepest field in professional golf. That's why it's the Players' Championship.
Gentle opening hole, but still not a gimme three.
No, it isn't, because it's going to test that second shot. A good drive here, you really should be looking at making three. But a poor second shot, especially if you miss the screen on the left, then it's a very tough up and down.
Headed for the bunker? Not quite what he wanted. Tee shot is in the bunker.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough. Tom Weiskopf was one of my idols growing up. I loved the way he swung. That swing right there reminds me of my eye.
And it looks like Rory McIlroy, Frank, sticking the follow through. Wow, Frank, look at that one run out. Just blistered that tee shot.
Well, that has to be 325 if it's an inch.
Out of the sand and back on the fairway.
Yeah, good shot. Just really utilized that little bit between the ears. Realized he couldn't reach the green and instead opted for fairway.
Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means.
There's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Coming out of the rough and right up next to the hole. Frank, you want to get out of the gates quickly, hit the proper approach shot here at the first. What does the player need to look out for?
Well, there's two distinct levels to this green. There's that left side and then that collection area to the right side. Flag on the top, it's a very, very difficult shot because that bunker plump comes into play.
Frankie has to be scratching his head as he reaches for a sand wedge or a gap wedge for his next shot.
Well, you know the FedEx Cup, Rich. I mean, you're meant to get there by 10:30 tomorrow. That thing's still going.
Jimenez now has this for bogey. Could it be?
Normally you'd be happy to take two from there. What's one going to feel like? Great putt.
Locked in on the read and the speed. -1 and really going. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Good putt, and now 1 under par. Frank, what do you make of the par 5 second?
Doglegs to the left, so there's a decision to be made here all the time, but a good hooking tee shot That takes the trees on the left out of play and even the rough on the right. Good tee shot here. I've seen people get home with as little as a 5-iron.
Good news is, Frank, you can see the golf ball. I guess the bad news is that's kind of an uncertain lie in that mulch.
Yeah, there's nothing really good about that. You'd rather it be in the rough.
And that's going to stay on the fairway here at the second hole. Frank, this one's offline.
There's rough and thick stuff over there.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Second shot coming out of the rough here. That one is bunker bound, it looks like. Well, he'd like to have that one back in the bunker.
Still a chance to get it up and down.
Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. Frank, ball is in the rough here. What are the problems on this next shot?
Well, this is really where the skill level comes in. A good part. This is where the good player separates himself from the rest. This is not heading in the right direction.
It looks like it's going to be in the rough. Frank, this is the third shot from the fairway bunker.
Yeah, good lie. And once again, just making sure you have enough loft to carry the lip in front of you and really then focus about the target in front.
Frank, this one is veering far to the left. Well, Frank, you hate to miss the green on a par 5 with your third shot.
Yeah, well, they say par 5s are the easiest holes to birdie, but the hardest holes to make 4. Making a 6, though, well, that certainly sets yourself backwards. So tough up and down.
So on the putting surface and taking a good look now at this birdie putt here at the second. He'll need to be strong with this. That was a pretty nasty lie out of the rough. He did the right thing there, Frank. That is professional with a capital P right there.
That's stealing.
Settles in over the putt. Makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under for the round. So 2 under early on. This would give him the double. Just a shade over par, +1. So we started with a par 4, then a par 5, and now the 177-yard par 3 third hole. Plenty of hazards here, Frank.
Yeah, you really break this green up into 3 portions. Front left, front right, and that back, just on top of the ridge.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. 180 yards to the flagstick. Miguel Angel Jimenez, known as the Mechanic. Frank, why?
The way he wears the hat, it looks like just a grease and an oil change, please, and a little 68 in between.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot.
Second shot.
Either misjudged the win or simply just pulled the wrong club, Frank.
Going to take some skill now.
Might want to check the GPS on a putt this long. So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. Just trying to make clean contact from the rough. Getting set now over the putt. And he makes it for a bogey here. Shouldn't be a problem here. Back to par for the round. Two under par for the round. Frank, how difficult is it to access the hole location if you miss the fairway here at 4?
Well, if you miss it left, I've got to say the lesser of two evils is to be in the bunker on the right.
Headed for the bunker? Just a bit offline and into the bunker. Well, the tee shot has landed in the bunker.
Game's about rhythm. When you have good rhythm, it just looks effortless. To hit the ball 300 yards through the air, that easy.
Nothing to argue about there, right in the fairway. How tough is this going to be now from the rough, Frank?
Oh, it's tough to say, Rich. I mean, so much is going to depend on that lie. I'm going to need a little bit of luck.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
Frank, just a slight miss off the tee. He's in the fairway bunker.
Yeah, I just really got to pick the right club once again. Sometimes you take a little bit more club out of the fairway bunker, choked down.
His second shot.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
On the green in regulation. Let's see what McIlroy does now with his second. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way. Remember, out of the rough. Expect the ball to jump forward a little bit.
Just want to nestle this one down to within a couple of feet. Frank, this game will drive you crazy.
Yeah, you can do so many things right, and then just something so simple, completely wrong.
These putts keep the round together. That's a birdie for McIlroy. He is just so explosive. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. That's a nice confidence builder right there. You make those for par, and you keep things steady.
Even par, currently.
Did the job right there. Fifth hole here at Tpc Sawgrass, long par 4. What's the challenge, Frank?
Depending, really, if you're a long or short hitter. The long hitters have the luxury of taking it over the corner of the bunker down the right. Shorter hitters really play at that bunker down the left, 320 run out.
That one is bunker bound, it looks like. Not what he wanted, but he's headed to the beach. And the tee shot ends up in the bunker. That is massive off the tee.
Meters, yards, I don't care how you measure that. That's got to be what? 300 meters, 325 yards, something like that.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Frank made this hole just a little bit harder hitting it into the rough.
I would say a lot harder.
All right, Frank, second shot.
Yeah, it looks like a good lie. Just take maybe half a club more than the distance allows. Still got to check the wind. Don't have to fly the ball all the way to the flag from here.
Frank, I think that's going in the bunker.
Looks like it.
Sometimes you get breaks, and he got one right there.
Yeah, I guess the bunker was a little smaller than I thought it was. It looked doomed for that.
Frank getting set for the second shot here at the fifth. What's the best way to go at it?
Rich, it's one of the hardest par fours on the golf course. There's nothing wrong with aiming right at the middle of the green here. You can certainly putt to where the flag is from there.
Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means. Pretty long putt right here. You'd be happy to get it to within 2-3 feet. Frank, he might like this one. He might like... Oh, he's got a... This one looks good. Might like it. Oh, they're going to love it. What a putt. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Oh, do that. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Just a couple of feet. Nice par to remain 3 under. Frank, you don't want to get too cute with that second shot here at the 6th.
I remember many a time, Rich, when they put the flag right of center. You try and hit a little bit too close, those palm trees all of a sudden come into play. Hits one of those, that ball can go anywhere.
Just a good solid tee shot right there, about 280 yards. Beautiful looking shot right here. Good contact, good result. Frankie's cranking it and banking it. Giant drives, a boatload of birdies. What a round.
Yeah, these are the days you just dream for. We know golf's not that easy, but on a day like today, savor it and just keep going. Keep doing it.
Second shot for Miguel Angel Jimenez.
Well, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Not enough on that one.
Yeah, it just seemed to baby it.
Frank, how do you size up the approach shot now at the 6th?
Ideally, you'd want to have a good yardage in here. Something where you can hit a nice, high, lofted short iron to make sure that you don't mess with those palm trees.
Good, clean contact and a nice result, and a chance for birdie coming up. Frank, now the second shot here at hole number 6.
Yeah, not overly long, but be very aware of these palm trees that are short. Many a shot's caught those trees coming into this green.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
This requires a lot of speed through the ball. Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
Well, you could see he thought he had that.
It looked in the whole way until the end.
Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Getting set now over the putt. Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Miguel Angel Jimenez for par. Okay, has it and stays at 1 over par. Workmanlike hole. He walks away with a par. Trying to grind out a par here. Needs it. 3 under on the day. Frank, what do you think of the 7th?
Interesting par 4 for 2 reasons. The undulating green on the end of the hole that also shapes to the right, that makes it look like a dogleg right. But really, you want to play that tee shot just inside those pot bunkers down the right side.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards.
Oh, beautiful swing, and the result is every bit as good.
Frank, you've been there. What's the best way to approach this next shot at the 7th hole?
There's a lot of mounding on this 7th green, to the right and the left. You can use those mounds to kick the ball to the flag.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Second shot. Good look at the green. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. And getting ready for the putt. Just like that, now at 2 under. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. That puts them at 4 under for the round. Will make birdie if he holds this putt. Makes the putt for a birdie. Tpc Sawgrass, the fabled stadium course designed by the legendary Pete Dye. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. Here at the 8th, Frank, most players are happy walking out of here with a par 3.
And the reason why, it's a very narrow entry to this green. It's just littered with bunkers around, left, behind, to the side, and even short. Once you get further up the green, though, even though this is sort of an undulating green, it starts to widen up. So don't get trapped into just looking at the front of this hole.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Into the thick stuff. That's a difficult lie. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. Putting all of his talents on display here from the rough, and he knocks it really close. Beautiful shot. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. He can really get red hot with a putter. Let's see what McIlroy does.
It doesn't go in, you got to add another one to the scorecard.
And that's where the golf ball's just staring at you and
Oh, yeah.
mocking you and laughing at you.
You know deep down it's smiling too, don't you?
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Drops it, and he's at even par. Now a 7-footer. Nice par to remain at 2 under. This would give him a bogey. -3 now for the round. Frank, now at the 9th, this really is one of my favorite par 5s in the entire sport.
And I certainly enjoy watching people play it today, Rich. It used to be unreachable, but the longer hitters now, we're starting to see them go for this par 5 regularly in 2. And the reason why they start to hit the drive more down the right now than what they used to. People used to try and go down the left side. The right side, it hugs the water, but you get a better view of the second shot.
Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. Well, this one's sweet, Frank.
Super.
Uh-oh, this one's going left, Frank. They'll pay a little bit of a price for missing the fairway here because from that rough, you cannot control the spin on the golf ball. Second, from an excellent lie.
Well, Mr. Ball does not meet Mr. Fairway. It's off, 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 rough.
Frank, just into that first cut.
Yeah, it's sitting up. Really, this isn't too bad a situation.
That's a bit offline in the rough. Set for his next shot from a good position in the fairway. Frank, going back 100 years or more, we used to see winning scores in stroke play tournaments, 72-hole events of 300 thereabouts. But obviously, like so many things in golf, everything has improved.
Yeah, people would scoff at sort of saying 475s would win a U.S. Open or a British Open. It didn't, and it does. But, with equipment, and people have really got into the game, they've worked it out, and they just plain got better at it. They realize that, stroke play, you can't just swing from the trees, so to speak. You've really got to work your way around and get better. You just can't sort of settle for mediocrity.
Frank, not where he wants to be, but not out of the hole here at the par 5.
No, but Rich, to drop a shot here would really set him backwards.
He'll need to be strong with this. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Long putt here. This will require a good touch. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. Starting to feel it now, 3 under. That's a birdie for McIlroy. He's just so explosive.
Even par currently.
Tough bogey right there, moves to 1 over par. Frank, now on to the 10th at Sawgrass.
A fairly straight par 4, but that's not the way to play it. You really want to go to the right, well away from the fairway bunker that runs all the way down the left side. That turns it into a little bit of a dogleg left. Then you're going to come across that front bunker into a green that, well, is anything other than flat.
Frankie's managed to hit it in the rough yet again.
Yeah, this is hard to imagine. You know, the fairways aren't that narrow today.
Not quite what he wanted. Tee shot is in the bunker.
Tom Weiskopf was one of my idols growing up. I loved the way he swung. That swing right there reminds me of my idol.
Ooh, looks like Rory McIlroy, Frank, sticking the follow-through. Second shot for Miguel Angel Jimenez. On the green in regulation. Only 110 yards and a good chance here. This is the second shot. Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster. Instead, actually a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par.
That'll be 90 yards. It is a windy day out here, Frank. My hat just blew off. This is going to affect the players' shots, that's for sure. Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
way. Do that. Locked in on the read and the speed. Hard putt, soft hands, beautiful roll.
It's that sneaky distance.
Continues to putt beautifully. Hole number 11, 558 yard, par 5. Frank, players in attack mode here.
Yeah, just try and blitz it down there. There are other bunkers on the left to consider, but really, with that much fairway, this is a green light opportunity. Oh, beautiful swing, and the result is every bit as good.
Good tee shot, good lie, and now a good chance to take advantage here on this hole.
Normally you'd say that's a bad tee shot, but this is a pattern, Rich.
Not on the fairway here. This could be a tough shot coming up next. Nice position, short grass, second shot.
Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Into the thick stuff. That's a difficult lie. Good lie in the fairway. A good chance to make something happen here. Well, this is the kind of wind that separates the great players from the average players. You really have to be strong to handle these kinds of winds. In the bunker, still with a chance for an up and down. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. Frank, there's fairway, there's rough, and then there's mulch.
Yeah, the worst thing about the mulch is all these little chips around the ball, and that's so the ball doesn't sit up. And once again, this shot might look easy, but if you just miss it a bit, it so exaggerates the outcome.
This won't hurt him, Frank.
Just a little left of the flag. That's fine.
And it makes the green in regulation. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
Third shot coming up now from the bunker. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read.
Oh, Rich, that was a huge putt. You don't expect to make them from that distance.
Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
Wow, what a putt. That is huge. These putts keep the round together. Good work right there, now to 6 under. Here now, the 12th hole at the TPC Sawgrass. It's a 358-yard par 4, so short on the card, Frank, but obviously a challenge. What's the key here?
Once again, trying to find that right position on the fairway, and that's down the right side. Anything down the left, that mound is going to block your view. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
So that sets up a tougher second shot, missing the fairway with the drive, now in the rough. Second shot coming out of the rough here. That was a pretty nasty lie out of the rough. He did the right thing there, Frank. Here's the colorful Spaniard, Miguel Jimenez, with the approach shot. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
Not enough on that one.
Yeah, it just seemed to baby it.
Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means. Frank, it's not about getting the ball close to the hole from that spot.
Well, he had no chance to get it close. I thought he had very, very, very little chance of getting it on the green. So given that, that was a very good shot.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Well, that was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed. It's no snack, though. Oh, good roll. Good putt.
For par. Routine stuff for Rory, that's a par. So just a formality here. So with that, the score is now at even par. Hole number 13 here at Sawgrass, tricky 181-yard par 3.
You don't have to hit directly at this flag. When that flag's at the back there, you can use the contours. When it's on the left, once again, you can use the ridge in the middle of the green. Matter of fact, one of the hardest hole locations is when it's in the front right, because that's when you have to be perfect.
Birdie try up next. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Be very happy with that one.
Yeah, lag putt, I mean, really, it's unrealistic to try and make those. So anytime you can two-putt from there is a good result.
And getting ready for the putt. Might be. Could be. This one has a chance. And he has it. Beautiful putt. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. Hard putt, soft hand, beautiful putt. Still playing even for the day after the par. Now one of the most demanding holes on this golf course, the 14th, 481-yard par 4.
If you ever want a litmus test at TPC Sawgrass on who's playing well, check the tee shots on 14. If you stripe it down here, you know you're driving the ball well. Too often we see people messing with the mounds on the right.
Just a good solid tee shot right there, about 280 yards. Frank, this one's going too far left, it looks like.
Yeah, it was fine there for a little while, but if it keeps going left, it's doomed.
Frankie's managed to hit it in the rough yet again.
Yeah, this is hard to imagine. You know, the fairways aren't that narrow today.
The second shot now to the par 4. Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another. There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it.
Frank made this hole just a little bit harder hitting it into the rough.
I would say a lot harder.
Frank, there's a lot to factor in on this approach at the 14th.
You can favor right side of this green and sort of allow the contours of the green just to move that ball to the left.
That's a bit offline in the rough. This is the third for Jimenez. Well, Frank, obviously way too much club there.
You got to think something like that, or at least misread the wind. This is never going to sit down.
Straightforward pitch shot here, 35 yards. Frank, in the changing weather conditions, players have so many different options, don't they? Some might like to play it high, others might want to play it a little lower along the ground.
Really got to be on your toes today because of that, Rich, and really that's what separates the men from the boys, so to speak. You know that any mistake you make can obviously be magnified by the wind conditions, but conversely, it's a real good chance for skill to shine.
Settles in over the putt. Beautiful touch, nice putt. So a tester from 4 feet. That is a solid par putt. Rory McIlroy looking to take advantage with this putt. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Just before we get to what they call the gauntlet, 16, 17, and 18, 15 requires all of your attention, doesn't it, Frank?
Personally, I think this is the prettiest hole on the golf course, Rich. I've actually often gone back there and taken pictures. Just a gentle dogleg to the right. You come out of the chute. Seems to be a generous fairway. You just get a little view of the bunker down the right side, but virtually there's no lip there, so that's not a concern. The green, all sorts of weird and wonderful waves on it, well protected by a big bunker on the left, and there's 2 little pop bunkers out on the right that, well, if you're first time around, you might notice.
Frank, I think that's going in the bunker.
Looks like it.
Not quite what he wanted. Tee shot is in the bunker. All right, Frank, second shot.
Yeah, it looks like a good lie. Just take maybe half a club more than the distance allows. Still got to check the wind. Don't have to fly the ball all the way to the flag from here.
Missed that one, and it is going towards the rough. Frank, better than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that looked like it was headed for that thick stuff the whole way, but a little fortunate. But then I guess you're allowed that in this game.
Frank, what's the key on this approach here at the 15th?
Well, knowing exactly where that pin placement is, Rich, there's mounding, there's that little gut out of the right side of this green. If you miss your mark here, that ball can easily finish 30 or 40 feet away.
Getting set from 145 yards away. He'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Your swing didn't quite look right on that one.
Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Locked in on the read and the speed. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts. Really. This is that awkward length.
Well, that's how you keep a round going, make putts just like that.
Even par, currently.
Nudge this one home, finish it up. Did the job right there. So with that, 1 over par. Frank, fans watching, they love excitement in the game. 16's an exciting hole, isn't it?
Well, that's where you get it, because you hear the roars. You start to see the big crowds that go all the way around 16, 17, and 18T. You feel where you are in the tournament, too. A movement that starts at 16 can be carried all the way to the clubhouse.
That was just a beautiful drive. He hit it solid and right in the middle.
Common thread here, rough, rough, rough.
Long way again. Frank, he is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point, you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest. I think that was the bit you're going to put in the middle.
Second from an excellent lie. Into the tall cabbage, that ball is swallowed up. Second shot coming out of the rough here.
Yeah, it was a little over-ambitious.
Second shot coming up here at the par 5. Just a phenomenal approach shot, and now a great chance for an eagle. Just trying to make clean contact from the rough.
Well, from in trouble, Rich, at least he's back in play.
On the fairway from the rough. That looked like a miss hit, Frank.
The lie was okay. It's a little surprising. Maybe wrong club.
Long putt here. This will require a good touch.
Ooh, almost fell. Just a few inches from dropping.
Sometimes the game just isn't fair.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
Good solid work right there, and stays at 4 under. Not a gimme, but well within his range.
Just a tap in to finish the hole.
Moves to -8. Has this now for bogey. Bit unfortunate, loses a shot here with that bogey. Through the years, Frank, there have been 6 aces here at 17.
But it's hard to imagine that the last one was back in 2002 by none other than the most interesting man in the game and probably the most interesting par 3 in the game.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Pure strike, good result.
Right, and that is close. And this one just starts right of the flag.
This is a really long putt, difficult birdie opportunity. That's all he wanted to do there.
Yeah, it's touch. And when you think from that distance, chances of making are almost none. So to guarantee a 2-putt, well done.
Step this one off at 30 feet. This one has a good line. Wow, I can't believe he found the cup on that one.
Clean up on aisle 5.
He can really get red hot with a putter. Let's see what McIlroy does. That's a birdie for McIlroy. He's just so explosive. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read.
In for par, and will sit tight at 4 under. Now one of the more difficult holes in golf. The 18th here at Sawgrass, 462-yard par 4. In 2013, this hole averaged .39 strokes above par. What makes it so challenging, Frank?
Just that big body of water that's to the left of of 18 here that's also shared to the right of 9. Not a...
Frank, they threw him a life vest. He's back on dry land.
And I hope this time he swings, he doesn't have the water wings on.
Third shot now, after the last one found the deep blue.
Yeah, you can still minimize the damage here. It's only one bad shot that you got punished for.
Frank, it makes the game easy when you play it from the fairway.
Especially when you play it from a lie like that.
He'll need to be strong with this.
Good recovery shot. Couldn't make the green, but at least he's back in play.
Played the smart shot right there.
Frank, it's all about focus and positive imagery, isn't it, here on this approach shot at the 18th?
You have to be precise with your target here. You can't be looking left at the water or mounds on the right.
Plus, unfortunately, that ball is wet. So the previous shot into the drink, this now the fourth shot.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
That was well done, and now a very short putt to get out of here with a bogey.
Well, it could be a lot worse, that's for sure. 5 minutes ago.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Well, Frank, you want to finish it off in style. The approach here to the final hole.
You'd take anything that lands in the middle of this green. Mind you, Hal Sutton, be the right club. Hard to forget that. Even Adam Scott, remember his first big championship win all those years ago. 3-iron from the middle of the fairway, wet. Still managed to make 5, which was enough to win. But such a daunting second shot.
Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. So finishes the day with a 74. Just 5 feet left. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Has this to save par. Did the job right there. Really good round out there today. What's the mindset, Frank, to keep it going?
First thing, really, Rich, just try and keep the same composure for tomorrow's round. Get some rest. We know that. Shouldn't really have to hit the range. Swings in good position.